Remember Pat Sajak's daughter? Hold your heart before you see her. Johnny and Lily Rose Depp. The Lily Rose, Melody Depp, has received so much from her parents. A-list actor Johnny Depp and French singer Vanessa Paradis, including her acting skills, her stunning genes, and an elegance that makes her every bit a Hollywood star. Melody's father is Johnny Depp, and her mother is Vanessa Paradis. Her mother and father, who were married from 1998 until 2012, are undeniably pleased with the person their daughters become. Johnny Depp admits in an interview that he's a proud father to his daughter, Lily Rose. He gives himself all the credit for his daughter's respect for her popularity and her ability to remain down-to-earth despite the success of her job. In addition to securing parts in a number of movies, including Tusk, The King, and Planetarium, he also, in addition to this, she secured modeling jobs that helped contribute to her ever-increasing wealth. With a staggering net worth of $1 million, she's able to pay for her own bills and no longer has to seek personal loans from her parents. In fact, she's no longer required to do so. Reese Witherspoon and Ava Elizabeth Philippe. It's been said that Reese Witherspoon is among the highest-paid actresses in all of Hollywood. She's had roles in a number of movies over the last few years, one of which was the romantic comedy Legally Blonde, which was released in 2001. This film was the one that propelled her to superstardom and established the groundwork for her ascent to the top of the business ladder. In addition to her career as an actress, Reese has also been successful in business. She was a founding investor in the American media firm Hello Sunshine, which is well known for the female-driven narratives it produces. Some of their creations were even successful enough to be turned into movies. She was married to Ryan Philippe from 2002 to 2008, and the couple shares custody of their daughter, Ava. While all this is going on, Ava is thriving in her profession as a rising star while still attending UC Berkeley to get her degree. Ava said in an interview that her mother instilled in her the importance of having ambition, loving others, and working hard in all that she does. On the other hand, a significant number of people believe that her attractiveness and allure were inherited from her mother. Kris and Kendall Jenner. We have to give credit to Keeping Up with the Kardashians for changing the game, since reality television has become more popular since the program debuted. Kris Jenner, who serves as the matriarch of the family, is a successful businesswoman who runs a production company and handles the careers of her children. There is little question that the popularity of the television reality program was a major factor in the rise to fame of the Kardashians and Jenners. Yet none of it would have been possible without Kris. Kendall, the youngest of the three sisters, was the one who expanded her horizons the quickest and continued her ascent in the fashion business, modeling all over the globe and eventually becoming a supermodel. In addition, she's been cast in movies such as Ocean's 8 and Generation Wealth. In addition to that, she followed in her mother's footsteps and is now a successful entrepreneur. She's introduced a plethora of high-end items, each of which has generated millions in sales. Hers is a narrative of success that made the most of the chance that her mother and their popular reality show presented her with to become famous in the media. Lisa Bonet and Zoe Kravitz in their 20s. This American actress was well known for her strong performances in a variety of films and television shows, including Denise Huxtable, The Cosby Show, and A Different World. She is most known for her performance as Denise Huxtable on the NBC sitcom The Cosby Show, which aired from 1984 through 1992. Prior to that, she was a guest star on the first season of the comedy program A Different World. There are varying degrees of similarity between Lisa Bonet and her daughter, Zoe Kravitz. To begin with, they look enough alike to be mistaken for siblings. Both of them like performing in front of an audience as well. Because of her roles in World and Angel Heart, Lisa Bonet rose to notoriety in the Hollywood film industry. She was married to artist Lenny Kravitz from 1987 to 1993, and the couple had one daughter named Zoe Kravitz at that time. In the meantime, the young star on the rise is making waves in the business thanks to her stunning good looks and impressive skills. She's made appearances in films such as High Fidelity, Divergent, and X-Men First Class. Frank Sinatra and A.J. Lambert. Francis Albert Sinatra was an American singer, actor, and record producer. During the 20th century, he was widely regarded as one of the most popular and influential musicians of all time. Sinatra is considered one of the greatest musical talents of all time. Frank Sinatra was regarded as one of the wealthiest artists both in the United States and internationally due to the fact that he sold more than 150 million recordings all over the globe. Although the legendary singer and music icon Frank Sinatra has been gone from this earth for quite some time, his family certainly inherited his passion for music and continues to carry on his legacy. Angela Jennifer Sinatra, better known by her name A.J. Lambert, was born to his daughter Nancy Sinatra, who's a singer in the Los Angeles area. She launched her first album when she was 44 years old, and she has a strong desire to continue the musical heritage of her grandpa through the work she does herself. They were each given a staggering $1 million as an inheritance from their grandpa, which they may have utilized for their own personal investments. Along with her sister, Amanda Catherine Lambert, she was one of the recipients of this gift. Janet Jackson and Joe Jackson. She was known for her transcendent creations, records of social conscience, and sexual provocation, as well as her skilled stage performances. Janet Jackson was a remarkable personality in pop culture. This incredible vocalist had racked up more than 100 million album sales, placing her among the all-time best-selling singers in the history of the world. She is the youngest of Joe Jackson's 10 children, and her name is Janet. She's aware that her father loves her, despite the fact that they don't have a very close connection. In a conversation she had with Piers Morgan, Janet said that she believed her father meant well and wanted nothing but the best for her and her siblings. Even if he appeared to execute certain things in a slightly different way, it was nonetheless successful. She was under the impression that it was connected in some way to Joe's upbringing when he was a youngster. He never strayed from his own judgment or what was right. Janet Jackson gave Joe some credit for being more indulgent to her and her brother Randy Jackson in comparison to how he treated her and her other siblings. She had no doubt in mind that Joe loved them, despite the fact that he didn't show them much affection. George Harrison and Dahani Harrison in their 20s. George Harrison became famous all over the world for his work as the main guitarist and sometimes the lead vocalist for the band, the Beatles. The English musician has been referred to as the Quiet Beatle on occasion. When George Harrison and his son Dahani Harrison were the same age, George Harrison, an internationally famous vocalist and member of the Beatles, and Dahani Harrison, his son, might have been mistaken for twin brothers. Olivia Trinidad, a Mexican novelist and film producer, was George's first wife, and their son Dahani is named after her. Dahani's followed in his father's footsteps as a musician after assisting his father with the production of his most recent album, Brainwashed. There's widespread consensus that both of their appearances, as well as their voices, are very similar to one another. When it comes to composing music, he acknowledges the impact that his father had on him, and he's accepted the fact that the audience will always think about his father regardless of how well he sings or performs. George Harrison's only child is his son named Dahani. Madonna and Rocco Richie. The love life of Madonna, commonly known as the Queen of Pop, has been filled with a variety of highs and lows. She's been romantically involved with a number of well-known individuals, including Tupac Shakur, Sean Penn, and Dennis Rodman, among others. Madonna was married to filmmaker Guy Ritchie from the year 2000 to the year 2008, and they had a kid together named Rocco. The dark blonde hair and brown eyes that Rocco inherited from his father give him a striking resemblance to him. His childhood was rather opulent, since it consisted of him being a jet-setter and attending exclusive private schools. The renowned musician's son, who is now 20 years old, has also collaborated with his well-known mother in the past, first serving as a backup dancer on one of her tours, and then later joining the production crew of another of her tours. Rocco, despite the fact that he was born to famous parents, chooses, at least to some degree, to live his life out of the public eye. He has a close friendship with Brooklyn Beckham, who's also a famous child. Weston Coppola Cage and Nicolas Cage. Because of his consistently impressive work, Nicolas Cage has become one of the most recognizable figures in the entertainment industry. In addition to the 100 or more films he has under his belt, the actor can also brag about a resume that's crammed to the gills with major distinctions. At the moment, Cage is the father of 2 children, and it's obvious that they take after their father. For instance, Weston Coppola Cage has acquired his father's enthusiasm for the theater. Young Cage has already appeared in a little more than a dozen movies at this point in his career. He's even appeared in a movie with his own father. In the film Lord of War, his father played the part of Yuri Orlov, and he played the character of Vladimir alongside his father. Additionally, he's been a member of 2 different black metal bands. We have a good feeling that his father will be there to encourage and cheer him on in whatever endeavor he chooses to do in terms of his professional life. Kim Basinger and Irene Baldwin, both in their 20s. Because of her work in the 1984 film Nature, Kim Basinger was considered for a Golden Globe Award nomination. The actress then made a cameo appearance in Tim Burton's Batman, and it was because of her performance in this film that she was able to amass the greatest wealth from her playing career. Irene Baldwin has shown that both her mother, Kim Basinger, and her father, Alec Baldwin, contributed to her genetic makeup. In her 20s, she's shown that she has what it takes to be successful in the acting and modeling industries, but she continues to go to her parents for advice when it comes to making important life choices. Kim, who has a young appearance and might easily be mistaken for Irene's elder sister, serves as a mentor to the up-and-coming star in her professional endeavors. As an actress who's won several accolades herself, Kim serves as a role model for her daughter's professional endeavors. Irene is interested in modeling and has become wealthy via Instagram. Irene seeks the advice of Alec Baldwin, who has said in the past that he briefly viewed acting as a commercial venture in order to better manage her finances. Gavin Rossdale and Apollo Bowie Flynn, Kingston James McGregor, and Zuma Nesta Rock. Gavin Rossdale first gained widespread recognition as the frontman and leader of the rock band Bush. He also tried his hand at acting and made a cameo appearance in the movie Constantine. Beginning with 16 Stones and continuing with Razorblade Suitcase, Deconstructed, and Golden State, Rossdale was able to record a string of critically acclaimed albums while working with Bush. These albums helped establish Bush as one of the most successful bands of the 1990s. In addition, Rossdale is well known for his marriage to Gwen Stefani of the band No Doubt, with whom he has 3 children: Kingston James McGregor, Zuma Nesta Rock, and Apollo Bowie Flynn. Rossdale and Stefani have a son named Apollo Bowie Flynn. For instance, Kingston and Zuma are now fashion stars, like their mother was when they were growing up. Kingston, on the other hand, has his father's feature and an charismatic presence, much like his father. Even though Rossdale and Stefani have previously divorced, they continue to have joint custody of their 2 sons, and it's possible that this is where their investments will go. It's unquestionably a blessing for these children to have parents who are successful. Maggie Sajak's unique musical journey amidst Pat Sajak's fame. Pat Sajak's daughter, Maggie Sajak, has carved her own unique path amidst the shadows of her famous father's career in the television industry. Although Pat Sajak is best known as the affable host of the long-running game show Wheel of Fortune, Maggie has been quietly making a name for herself in the world of music. She possesses a remarkable talent for singing and songwriting, showcasing her skills in a genre that stands in stark contrast to her father's profession. Maggie's passion for country music has led her to record her own songs, and she's steadily gaining recognition for her soulful voice and heartfelt lyrics. Despite the towering presence of her father in the entertainment world, Maggie Sajak is proving that talent knows no boundaries and can flourish in unexpected places, making her own mark as a rising star in the music industry. Pat Sajak undoubtedly stands as a proud and supportive father as he watches his daughter shine in her own right.